here's the kicker. Remember my friend Bob? Bob, I made a call to him and I said, Bob, I need your help, man. I need you to intervene for Todd the way Dad intervened for you. He said, you got it. When you're a colonel in the Army, you have a way of moving through some paperwork. He made a call and he said, what are you guys doing? I know this kid. I know his history. I know his story. And Bob made a monster decision to throw himself and his reputation that he had built over 25 years behind my son. Let me tell you why that's a big deal. It was 8 years later that my son, at that point, had become a third-level senior leader, one of the senior Black Hawk helicopter instructors in the U.S. Army. And he was stationed out in Washington State. And he got a call that there's a family of 8 stranded on top of Mount Rainier in the middle of August, and they had gone up in their short pants with no water, not knowing what they were going to face. And when they got to the top of Mount Rainier, they were in the middle of a blizzard, and their lives were in danger. And they called Todd, who flew in the middle of that blizzard to the top of Mount Rainier, and he rescued that family. That was 30 years later, after a single conversation that my dad, who was a giver, poured into my cousin and friend Bob. And Bob passed it forward and did the same thing for my son when no one wanted to give him a chance. And those 8 lives were saved because of that monster conversation that my dad made, and that Bob made a monster decision that helped my son. And that my son made a monster decision that I want to be someone who makes a difference in people's lives. All of that was a community of people who made monster decisions. Isn't that cool? And you all, every one of you, want to make monster decisions. You don't want to play it safe. You don't want to be part of the 99% who are going to play it out and live your life based upon the directions and the noise of other people. Look, you either live your life by your purpose or you live your life directed by other people's noise, and there is no in between. And the research shows that if you want to be a high-impact person, living a life that leaves a legacy bigger than your days, you must choose to live an intentional life. Purpose-led, not fear-driven.